Hello everyone, Mike Hoffman here with a video tutorial recorded exclusively for TipSquirrel at www.tipsquirrel.com. Remember, for all kinds of Photoshop and Lightroom goodness, follow at TipSquirrel on Twitter or facebook.com/tipsquirrel. Today we're going to be looking at a new feature in Lightroom 4 called the Map module. That's right, Lightroom 4 now has maps. And maps have always been a favorite feature of mine in other photo applications such as the online tool Flickr. But now we have maps right here in Lightroom. And it starts with a new badge that's visible right in the library module. If you hover over this badge, you can see it's shaped like a little balloon with a call out or maybe a pin. And if we hover right over it, you can see the photo has GPS coordinates. Now, clicking that will take us directly to the Map module. We can also access the Map module simply by clicking on Map at the top here in the modules list. But if we have a photo that has GPS coordinates and we click on that badge on the photo in the library module, it will take us to the exact coordinate where that photo was taken. And here we can see this photo of the full moon taken over the Sunshine Skyway Bridge near Pinellas County, Florida, was taken right here from Fort DeSoto. And if we zoom out a little bit, you can see the overall location here at the tip of Pinellas County. And you can see a badge right here indicating that there were 113 photos taken in that area. If we zoom in a little closer, we see that 113 get broken up into 2, then 3, then maybe 4 different sections, all with different colors and different shapes. And right here in Lightroom, we see a key that indicates what these different shapes and colors mean. Now, my selected photo is in this yellow callout here. And if we hover over it, we can see there are 109 photos in that one location. You can use the arrow key, right or left arrow, or if you have a mouse with a scrolling wheel, you can scroll up and down to move through the photos in one cluster of photographs like this. And here we see the moon coming up over the Skyway Bridge, and that was what I was there to photograph. Now we can click away and the thumbnail will disappear and we can see these other icons. Now it's worth noting that the orange one indicates a non-selected photo, and the number inside of the orange box indicates how many photos are in that location. If there's no number, it's just a single photo. If there's a little arrow at the bottom of the box, it indicates that that's the exact location where that photo or group of photos was taken. But as we can see, if we zoom out and it consolidates them together, we can see when we get to the point that we have multiple photos close together but in a different location, there's no little arrow at the bottom of the box. So just a bunch of different visual cues to help you understand the location of your photos on the map. And this key is always right here to show you what the boxes and the colors mean. And you may click this X and get rid of the key and now it's gone. But if you ever want to get it back, just remember you can always go back to the View menu and show Map Key, and you can return to that view again. Now a couple of other things about using the map view. If we scroll across the different photos here, we can see occasionally that a photo will jump up and down right on the map. And that's your indication that you've hovered over that photo in the film strip. Now this only works for individual photos. It doesn't work for clusters of photos, and that's a limitation within the Google Maps system that's being used here. So only single photos will jump up and down when you hover over them, but that can help you identify where those photos are. And you can see if I highlight that photo, now we get the yellow icon right here indicating that's the selected photo. Now a couple of other things that are useful to keep in mind when you're working with maps. To pan the map, you can simply click and drag the map around. And you can use your scroll wheel or you can use the scroll bar here at the bottom to zoom in and out. And when you do, you can again click and drag to move the map around. Now, if you click and drag on an individual photo, you'll actually move that photo and change the metadata in that photo. Now, I don't want to do that. I'll hit Command Z or Control Z to undo, and this photo will move back to its original location. Now, what if we wanted to be able to scroll the map around and avoid accidentally clicking on top of our icons and moving them? Well, we have that capability within Lightroom. So here we can see several of the icons, and I'm simply going to go down here and I'm going to click the lock markers icon. And with the markers locked, even if I click and drag directly on one of the photo icons, I'm panning the map rather than changing the metadata of the photo. So once again, you can avoid accidentally moving your photos in this fashion. Now, with the markers locked, you still have the capability of updating your photo's location. For example, we have these two photos selected and we can see them here in the film strip. If we wanted to move them to a different location, we could simply drag them from the film strip, and you can see the icon showing that we're about to change the location of these photos. And for example, maybe I want to put them over on this side of the island. And when I let go, we can see that they've now been moved, even though the markers are locked. So remember, the markers locked icon only affects dragging the markers within the map view. Now again, I'm going to hit Command Z or Control Z to undo that and move that photo back where it was. Now this is great if you have location metadata within your photos. But what if you have some photos that don't have that information and you want to add it? Easy enough to do. Let's go down here, and I've got some photos that I recently took at Busch Gardens in Tampa, Florida. And you can see there is no map icon, no GPS icon available in the badge set on these photos here. So they have no location. So what I can do though is I can, with a photo selected, I can go to the map module, and of course there's nothing there, but I can search my map right here. And I know that these were taken in Busch Gardens, and I'll just enter that into the search field and hit enter. And right here we have, and you can see another type of map icon. It has a black dot in the center, and that indicates a search location. And sure enough, this is Busch Gardens right here in Tampa. And I can zoom out to verify my location. I can zoom back in. Now once I've got the location nailed down, and I can eliminate that search term if I want to, get rid of that icon. But now I've got a bunch of photos that I want to add to the map. And I could do this as simply as grabbing a bunch of photos in the film strip. I clicked on the first one. I'll shift click to select a group of them, and I'll just simply drag them up into the map. And I know that these were taken close to the entrance of Busch Gardens, so I'll just drop them right there. And now we can see those 10 photos all have GPS coordinates. You can see the badge on the thumbnail, and you can see the 10 photos now appear here. And once again, I can hover over them, and I can use my arrow keys to scroll through the photos. It's as simple as that. Using the map module within Lightroom provides new ways to organize, sort, and display and search for your photos. I hope you'll try it out. My name is Mike Hoffman. My website is hoffmanartdesign.com. You'll find a variety of photography, Photoshop tutorials, and related information there. Or you can follow me at mhoffman2001 on Twitter, and you can find me on Google Plus by simply going to gplusmikehoffman.com. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial here on TipSquirrel.